What is up, people? How are you guys doing this morning? Breaking news, as you can see by the title and what's going on right there behind me. We have, I don't know if you can see behind me as well, as I would like to. Hold on, let me adjust this. But there's a breaking news right now. Active shooter in Las Vegas. The police have already stopped him and everything. He's been taken down. A lot of people got injured in this one. It's pretty bad all around, guys. They're reporting at least as of right now, that what I've heard is at least 20 are dead, 100 plus wounded. He was on the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas, which is one of the big hotels. I've been there several times myself, and he just opened fire. Now, I was listening to some of the footage that I'm seeing over here, and a lot of people were saying that he was firing the M16. I can tell you right now, just by the sounds of the videos I heard, that was no M16. That was no M16. That was no M4. It definitely had the mechanical sound, a very sound of an AK. I don't know anything about it. They are calling it a terrorist attack already, though. But just by the sound of it, it definitely sounded like an AK to me. So this is breaking news. This just happened a couple hours ago at best. I just got word of it. It's starting to break everywhere. 20 people shot, 100 plus injured, 20 dead, 100 plus injured so far. Just happening now, right now in Vegas. Maybe a couple hours ago it all went down. This is, it's crazy. It's insane. I don't know why someone would go through the motivation to do this. I wasn't going to come back on live, but this just happened. Kalashnikov does not fire the 223. It actually fires a 7.62 round. So no. So you're mixing the 223, which is the M16 round, and the Kalashnikov, which is the AK-47. So you're blending weapons there. Oh, is that what MSNBC said? The 223 Kalashnikov? Really? Wow, go MSNBC, huh? That's reporting for you at its best. I could already hear the rounds and tell you it wasn't an M16. Just listening. Well, thank you so much, Elvis, for letting us know. So you can already hear MSNBC is screwing this one up all royally. They can't even report correctly. They're putting people on the air before they even know what to say. They should have a specialist who knows what to talk about on these kind of things. A consultant, someone to get it right. This is it's an absolute tragedy. This is going on. Absolute crazy, guys. Craziness. We're gonna stick in. We're gonna keep an eye on what's going on, what they're saying. I was watching some video from Twitter. Just some people had sent over to me, and there was a concert going on, some kind of festival, and as soon as like the singer was on stage singing, and you can hear the gunshot start going off, and nobody seemed to panic or anything like that. But I was telling my uncle had just stopped by, and we were talking about it, and we're trained to know what gunfire sounds like. And the second I heard it, I knew that was automatic gunfire. And I was telling, I was like, people in Vegas are probably thinking fireworks or a show or something like that, so they didn't run right away. But right away, I could tell it was gunfire, and then I could hear people saying, "Oh, get down, get down! No, get out of there, get out of there!" And then he apparently, you could hear he ran out of ammo. Then he started reloading. So they are calling it a terrorist act, whether it's domestic or foreign. I don't know yet. Won't pretend to know. I'm not going to call anything. But I'm telling you though, right now, that was not a 223 round. That was not an M16 that was used. That was an AK. You can tell by the sound. It was also a fully automatic. That was an illegal weapon, unless he was like bump firing or something like that. There is no way that was a semi-auto. You can hear the difference in my video shooting and that video, and that was definitely automatic. Absolute craziness, folks. Absolute craziness. We just had a mass shooting in Las Vegas, Lex. So far right now, reports are is that it's 20 people injured. I got it on right back there, so you can kind of see it. I know it's kind of blanked out a little. 20 people killed, 100 injured so far. Vegas. So our hearts are going out to them. Prayers to everybody in Vegas. I've got family out there. I'm going to have to call and check on them later. I don't think they were down at that festival, so I think we're okay. My family would have already contacted me if we had something that had happened in the family along those lines. So I think we're okay. But as you guys can see right there, there's people running in the video, shootings going on. I thought that woman had been hit, and she wasn't. She had just tripped, and I was actually got a little concerned for her. I don't know who she is in the video. We saw her, but she got up. So that's what's going on right now. It is the shooter has been taken care of. They've got he's been killed. So for now, it seems like everything is going to be okay, but they're doing their investigation. It seems like it's utter chaos going on in Vegas right now on the LA Strip, or not the LA Strip, the Las Vegas Strip. So this is just crazy, guys. This is how the morning goes. I wasn't gonna come back again live at all, but some breaking news, and I wanted to be one of the first to jump on it and let you guys know what was going on. So I just keeping you guys informed. We'll stay here for about another 15 more minutes, talk about anything that we're hearing, what's going on. I'm going to check some news sites out and see if we're getting any information on that. See what else I can find out for you guys. Let's see. We're going to look up some information. I'll give you guys what's going on. It was at the Mandela Bay, which is the hotel on the Strip. I've been to many, many times. CNN is reporting more than 20 are dead already. Oh, God, that's terrible, guys. Absolutely terrible. I'm on CNN right now. Let's see. He was on the 32nd floor of the Mandolin. Excess of 100 people have been injured. They're currently looking for this lady named Danley, as an Asian, 4'11", 111 pounds, really small, petite apparently. They've already found some vehicles that were registered to him, and they're checking on all that right now to get more. It's crazy. If you guys check out, I'm sure you guys can find just as much breaking footage as I can, but if you just stay with me, I'll go through a lot of this and see what I can make of it. Another witness told that the shooting sounded like firecrackers at first. No, not at all. Not at all. I knew that was like, I put on the video just for a second, like, what are they talking about? And as soon as I heard it, I was like, that's gunfire. There was no mistake in fireworks. It's a shame that people are so afraid of guns that they're never around them to know what one sounds like. It just sounds really crazy. That's insane. Go to a gun range. Listen, hear what a weapon sounds like. Right now, we believe it's a sole actor, lone wolf style attack, said Lombardo, who is, I guess, the officer in charge of the investigation right now. So Officer Lombardo, he's got the lead on that one. Find out any more information. Okay, the hotel where the area affected was right not far from what appears to be the airport, just southeast of Spring Valley, right off the Strip, right near Bruce Woodbury Beltway, excuse me. So it was right in that area. AK, do you know what gun it was? I don't know what gun it was, but I'm going to tell you just by the sound from the videos I've heard. I'm going to tell you right now, it had a very machine style sound. So that, and that's the way the bullet was. It was that, and very clunky, very dirty sounding, and that's the sound of an AK. I've heard lots of AK fire before, and I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb now and say it was an AK. It was definitely not a .223 caliber, though. It didn't have that ping, 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 ping sound and 22s make a really high-pitched sound, and this was a very deep sound, like that 7.62 round. Of course, though, it doesn't really matter what he used. It's just terrible that he did it at a music festival on the Las Vegas Strip. I'm going to go over here to the New York Post, and we're going to jump on that and see what's going on with this one. Hold on. Stay with me, guys. Stay with me. This is absolutely insane. What a way to wake up. I haven't been to sleep again yet. I got a little bit, but earlier when I took that break. Um, SWAT teams were brought in with a high-powered assault rifle. Now, do remember though that assault rifle is a made-up term, so let's not get hung up on that. Anything can be an assault weapon, but it is with a high-powered assault rifle. Um, they already know what type of weapon it is. They already have it. So, but you can see video online right now of the footage from the festival, and it looks terrible right now. I'm sure it's trending all over. Hold on, I didn't catch what you said there. So just give me 1 second while I come back over to read your comment. I do apologize, I missed it. I'm trying to get some information on all of this for you guys. Anybody who's in Vegas who might be tuning in, which I seriously doubt it, you guys are probably just trying to figure out what's going on. Well, I don't think that there was so much a satanic music festival there. Uh, Yelsa Van Der Beek. I think that these are just shooters who are targeting anywhere where there's large groups of people. It didn't seem like a very satanic music festival. And then to say that it is kind of puts blame on the people who were there just trying to enjoy their good time. So let's not try to focus on that. Let's try to focus on the fact that there was an insane guy with a gun who did something stupid. And it just sucks that when people do something insane. Now, no, it's quite all right, quite all right. But it's just I don't think that this was a very satanic kind of thing. I've been to Vegas, and yeah, there's a lot of sin going on in Sin City, but to each their own. They weren't really harming anybody. If they want to cause harm to themselves, that's quite all right. It's their right to do so. That's what alcohol does. You're harming yourself with it. But I think it's just terrible to these people. This is just terrible, terrible tragedy again. It's like every month we have to hear about this. Another one in this country, in that country. My heart's going out to all these countries. I got family from all over the world, so it hurts my heart to hear these things. Lone Wolf. Oh, okay, here we go. We're gonna jump over to ABC, see what they're saying on it. Let's see. It's reporting 20 killed, 100 injured in Las Vegas shooting. Lone wolf suspect dead. They did get the shooter. They did, hun. Thank you so much for your concern. And no way was I trying to attack you or jump on you. But yeah, it says they got the shooter. Do remember though when they say at least 100 injured, that doesn't necessarily mean 100 people were hit. It's very possible ricochets, trampling, people falling, hurting themselves, attempting to get out of there. That could attribute to injuries as well. It started at about 1:30. Police in a briefing are held around 1:30. So it was like midnight 11 last night. This must have gone down or so. And looking at some of the posts, they were able to do a news conference at 1:30 a.m. local time there. So that was 3 hours ago my time, which it's now 4:47 here. So this is just insane, guys. And authorities shut down parts of Las Vegas and the 15 freeway. When I went to Las Vegas from California, we always took the 15. Muzzle flashes were seen from the upper floors of the Mandalay Bay. Witnesses said a ground stop was initiated in the Vegas McCarran International Airport for departing and arriving flights. I've flown out of there a few times, so I'm very familiar with that airport. It's scaring the people. I pray for the victims and their families. Absolutely. 10 p.m. Vegas time. Thank you so much there, Elvis. But I appreciate that. You guys are getting some good info on there to help us out, making this a little more accurate. I'm just reading what you guys are saying, too, so that others who may watch this later will know what's going on, too, so they're tracking. So, again, hearts go out to the victims' families. Speedy recovery to everybody who might have had some injuries out there. This is just insane. I'll come back on probably tomorrow or later on tonight with an update for you guys. So if I'm sure you guys are going to check out the news, but I'll give you my opinions and my viewpoints on it later. But again, I'm going to call it right now. I know it's a little bit of a bold statement to make, but I'm going to say that it was not an AR-15 style rifle. Because AR specifically does not stand for assault rifle, so let's not get that confused. But that is a specific brand of weapon, and I don't think it was that style used. Just by the sounds I'm hearing, it sounded very much like a higher caliber rifle. I'm going to go guess it was probably the AK is what it really sounded like, or something with a much, much larger round than a 223 5.56. But it's just crazy there, guys. Just absolute craziness. I'm going to stay around for about 5 more minutes. We're just going to do a quick 20-minute thing. I don't want to make a big deal about this on my end, but I wanted you guys to make sure you know that I'm keeping an eye on it. I got to get ready to check on some family in a little bit, make sure they're okay, which I would imagine they are. They probably wouldn't have been down at a festival like that. So, oh, okay. Absolutely, I appreciate you guys. I'm not normally like a news channel of any sort, but this came on, and I just wanted you guys to be able to hear about it. And I know that not all news is reported around the world as evenly as quickly. Sometimes I hear about news reports in the UK, and I let my friends know we're already getting info on it, and they haven't heard about it yet. And so I wanted to make sure that if you guys know of my channel, at least you got you understand, you got a heads up, because I didn't even get a heads up till about 45 minutes ago, and I'm here. I'm closer than some of you guys, so I wanted to make sure that everybody had an opportunity to hear about it, so they can check out what's going on and tune in. I'm sure it affects a lot of people. It was an international airport right nearby. Vegas is a great international tourist destination. Lots of people go there. I've been there so many times myself. I've had stories from Vegas, great times. I've been to this place many, many times, the Mandalay Bay. This is an absolute tragedy, is just all I can say about it, guys. An absolute tragedy. At least the gunman was stopped before he could do any more damage. So that's, I guess, we can look for that. Again, hearts go out to the people. Speedy recovery is wished to everybody. That's just crazy, man. 100 plus dead. Or 100 injured. 100 plus injured, 20 dead. Just like that. Just hanging out in Vegas, and that's gone. It's terrible. It's terrible. What the mindset of people to get into things like this, it's saddening. It really is. But thank you so much, Yelissa. I appreciate your kind words. I really do. I'm not a reporter of any kind. I'm just telling you guys what I'm hearing and what's going on around here, and what we've learned of it. And I'm just giving you a little bit of an opinion on what I've heard, and just a little bit of advice. With any kind of situations like this, it's very dangerous, and hopefully everyone there is using everything they can to exercise extreme caution, and the police are going to get on this. I'm sure we're going to hear a lot more about it over the next couple weeks, I wouldn't doubt. And it's probably only going to get worse. I will say you're absolutely correct on that. Things are going to get worse before they get better, and there's a lot of things that have to be sorted out right now, and we really need to figure this out. And it doesn't need to be any more words of just, we need to come together, we need to come together. It was the ricochet off the gun. Someone said, I wouldn't doubt that there was a lot of ricochet that may have caused a lot of injuries, but you do got to remember the media is going to report all injuries. So if someone was, taken by ambulance because they were stepped on, or they fell over, or got knocked down, that's going to be reported as an injury attributed to it as well. So it is attributing, but I'm not going to assume that every injury was a bullet strike. That's a little illogical. But I would imagine there would be a lot of shrapnel, a lot of ground fragments bouncing off. Definitely some ricochets could definitely be involved. Again, it's just absolutely terrible. Words don't describe. I don't understand the mindset of how someone can get into that. Even with everything going on, how do people get into that mindset where this is the right idea to do? It's a terrible shame. Anytime there's a loss of life like that, it always bleeds hard. Thank you for the thumbs up on it. I'm happy to report for you guys. This is not what my channel is ever supposed to be about, reporting the news, but this came out of left field, and I wanted to make sure I jumped on it to tell you guys about it. So thank you so much for stopping by. There's probably going to be a lot more news to cover on it. I'll be back later on tonight, and I'll have an update on what I've learned on my end. I'll compare some notes. Well, please don't think like that. Don't cry. Don't cry. It is a shame. Of course, everyone would think about their loved ones and how they would feel, and I'm sure it's terrible and heartbreaking. But your family is safe, and that's good. So that's, I think, important. But to the people in Las Vegas, any friends and family I have out there, we hope everybody is safe. I'm going to check on some friends over at Nellis Air Force Base in Vegas, make sure they're okay. I've got some family to check on. I'm sure Fort Irwin, the base I was stationed at, is that all military bases are probably on high alert right now. So, yeah. All right, like I said, I just wanted to do a quick video to get on here with you guys to let you know that I'm tracking what's going on, and we're going to report more about it later. Again, I'm not a reporting channel. We just usually talk about goofy stuff and fun stuff, but this is something that's actually happening, and this is some real world stuff. So I wanted to make sure we get in and talk about it. One officer critically wounded. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, we're going to stick around a little longer because we're starting to get some more information apparently. So I'm going to stick around. Let me look around for a little more information. If we find some more stuff, we'll keep it going. Thank you so much there. I appreciate it. You guys are being really cool to me, and I appreciate everyone hanging out. You guys could go get your news elsewhere and ditch, but you're not. You're sticking around. 8 minutes ago. All right, so we got 8 minutes ago from The Guardian. Let's see what The Guardian say. Latest updates. Nuts stuff, guys. Okay. More than 20 dead. Okay. It was, yeah, see, this guy is saying, it was interviewed, a Las Vegas native said, we were enjoying the time, and it was very obvious it was gunfire. And that's exactly what I said. It was very obvious. There were people trampled. See, I told you. I thought so. Okay. People were hiding in bathrooms, they were saying, in random hotel rooms and stuff. Um, One lady reported she saw a lady get shot in the leg and her boyfriend dragging her out. This is stuff I used to. This isn't right. This is stuff I had to train for war zones, and it's terrible to have to see the American people have to go through this. It really is. This is why I joined the military, to take the fight to a different land so it didn't happen in our backyard. And this is what happens when you pull out of the areas where they're fighting. We stopped fighting in their backyard. Now they came to our backyard. Um, there was reports coming in that there was multiple shooters at the resort. This has been proven false. It was a solo shooter. They're asking for anybody who has cell phone imagery from there to contact the police with it. So at least 20 reported dead, plus 100 plus wounded. Police officers. Now this is saying police officers with parenthesis with an S for multiple were among the dead. The primary aggressor has been taken down. He has been shot. This is being reported as of an hour ago. And it was Jason. It was a Jason Aldean concert. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. It was Jason Aldean was performing on stage. He's a country music singer, very popular here, and you could just see it going. This was insane, absolutely insane. Right now, it's a hashtag pray for Vegas. No suspicion. Well, we'll have to learn more. They don't know anything yet. Give ISIS or whoever time to claim it. I'm gonna tell you right now, you don't get that kind of stuff going through Vegas. You don't just stroll in, because I mean, they're looking for this lady named Marlou Denley, who is sought after for questioning. Um, Again, I don't know what the. I'm not going to pretend to know that I understand everything that's going on. We'll find out more, obviously. I'm going to tell you right now, though, it doesn't, to me, even though there's no suspicion he's been connected to a terrorist group, I would be hard pressed to not believe that either he is a homegrown or he has connections too. But we'll find out this at a later time to be more sure. Speculation does nothing for anybody right now. I do have this cool energy drink. It's called Joker. It's got the old Joker on there. So it's keeping me up while I'm watching all this. Just all this going down. This is crazy. Wow. Okay, guys. Well, that was 25 minutes. It's a little bit longer than I wanted to go on this one. So again, thank you so much. I'll come back later on tonight with some more news, info for you, updates. Let me go ahead and jump over and check on my people, make sure they're okay. And I'm sure everyone is, or I'd be getting the word from other family members by now. But we'll go ahead and send out, make sure everyone's good to go. Thank you guys for stopping by and checking out the channel. The gun was M13. Never. I don't know what an M13. I don't really think that was the weapon used. Was an M13. It was not an M16. If that's what you meant by that, it was. I could tell you right now, it wasn't. If they're reporting it was, it is not. I did see a video of somebody who had posted saying they're firing an M16 in here. The girl was clearly misinformed. She was just saying what she's heard. But that was not in a that was not it's just my professional opinion that it would not be by the sound of the gunfire. You have to watch that video with Jason Aldean, and I'm telling you, you can hear that mechanical sound. It's very, AKs have a very, very, very distinct sound. It's very mechanical sounding, very, and that's what you were hearing, and it was just very mechanical. If you guys saw my my video with my M4, which is similar, just essentially a smaller M16, you can hear that it's got more of a ting, 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 ting. It's got a pinking sound, a ting sound. And that's not what I was hearing in that video. So I'm gonna go. You can go ahead and take my word for it out on a limb now that it was a higher caliber than than an M16, and that that person viewing it was just mistaken. She just didn't know. M16 is a very common word. Assault rifle, very common word for people to hear. These are words people hear all the time, but it doesn't mean that a lot of people understand what they mean by these words. They just know the words. So no, I don't believe it was an M16 used. I don't believe it was an AR style rifle used. I'm gonna tell you right now, it sounded very much like a 7.62 AK-47 Kalashnikov. Maybe of that style. It could be newer, it could be Russian, it could be a Chinese. There's lots of different ones, but it definitely had that Kalashnikov sound, that high metallic, very mechanical sound that is a signature with the AK. So again, guys, my heart's going out to the people in Vegas right now. Everybody there, the wounded. Hopefully they heal very, very quickly and are back to what they're doing. And this isn't going to be too traumatic for them. And to those who lost some people out there, I'm so sorry. It's an absolute tragedy. I feel terrible. I really do. It sinks when I see, my heart sinks when I see my fellow Americans, fellow people in the world like this, just people who are just trying to go about their lives and not hurt anybody. When their lives get interrupted like this, it's a tragedy. It's an absolute tragedy. Again, thank you guys so much for stopping by and checking this out. I'll be back later on. If you want to do a little bit of a comparison, watch the video and listen to the sounds, and then go to my other video and listen to how mine sounds, and you can see the differences, and you should be able to hear a very distinct difference. And that should help. It doesn't really do anything for the situation, but it'll just prove what I'm suspecting is already to be true. We'll see what it is, and I'll get back to you guys later on tonight with an update. Be safe. God bless you guys. Take it easy.